All right, Bugman here. We're going to talk about spiders today. That right there is a brown widow. Most people are familiar with the black widow from the movie lore or whatever. The black widow. Black widows are real. Yes, they are. But here in our area, Southeast Texas, we have these guys, brown widows. Quite a lot of them, actually. Much more than the black widow. Their counterpart or cousin, I don't know, or whatever they are. But these guys, I deal with them in commercial buildings a lot, mechanical rooms, that kind of thing. One of the things that's distinct about them, unique, distinct, whatever, they're egg sacs there. And I'm gonna do another video with the egg sacs, picture of them. But Google it is what you got to do. Their egg sacs are distinct. They got little spikes, little tiny spikes coming, little buzz balls with spikes, and that's how you see that you a lot of times have brown widows because you don't see the actual spider. She hides a lot. She has learned from Sasquatch that the hide and seek game is very beneficial. Anyway, not quite as good as Sasquatch, but they do, because their egg sacs give them away. That's how I find them. And they pack a pretty mean bite for some people. People are different. Some people, spider bites and like say insect bites in general, fire ant bites. I get those. I walk through those guys all the time. I get them. But it's kind of, fire ant bites don't bother me. Bee stings don't bother me. Wasps don't bother me. They hurt like hell. The yellow jackets, I hate those guys. They hurt, but I don't inflame up or anything. I'm not allergic to it. I guess over the years I've developed a tolerance to it. But these guys pack a pretty good bite if you're not familiar with them. I know a couple of people that have said they've been bitten by them. Pretty nasty spider bite. But for that, this right here, web out. Oh, that's doing some weird shit. Oh, because the green label, the green screen doesn't work very well. Okay, but web out. It's on the website, thegreenbugman.com. Thegreenbugman.com. Web out will be your best friend for brown widows. It will kill them, repels them. They don't like the web out is 25B product, which means it's exempt from an FDA label, completely safe. Does not need. It's safer than Windex as far as the FDA goes. It does not have a chemical label to it, and it works so good against these guys when you find them. Spray it in the area. They like to go under windows, just out of. If you've got a window that's got a cutout like this, they'll be down here where my head is, from the wind and the rain and elements and all that. Fire extinguisher pools, seen those. These guys nest in those. Fire extinguisher brackets on the walls, they like those. You get around the edge of the doors, take your web out, spray the bottom of your doors. Keep those guys out, and like right from windows. But these guys, they like equipment like that. Again, I see them a lot in the fire extinguisher pools. I get reports from buildings where they say there's spider nest in there, and it's these guys, the brown widows, that are moving in there. But web out is your best friend for that. It's the bomb. I tell people all the time. It is very good stuff. Very safe. It's lemongrass, thyme, and citronella, all three oil base. Lemongrass oil, thyme oil, and citronella oil. Citronella you've heard of for mosquitoes. It has good properties, like it says, against these spiders. Because the spider is a unique insect in that see his little feet there, little tiny feet. Insecticides are made to be called microencapsulated. And what that means is a bug walks through where you sprayed your chemical. He touches it, the dried particles, they stick to his foot. It's sticky. And so he feels it on his foot. It bothers, like for humans, You walk through gum and you get it on your shoe, you know right away what you've done, and it sucks because you ain't got to find something to get it off. That's the way insecticides are made to work. They irritate the bug. He licks it off his feet, cleans himself, grooms himself, whatever. He licks the poison off his foot, and that's how he ingests it. That's how he dies. The weird part about spiders, they are a non-social insect, which means they don't groom themselves. So they don't care if they walk through your raid spray or whatever. You just spray it down and be wet, as long as their body doesn't touch it, because they've got to absorb the chemicals through their body. So you pretty much have to spray a spider directly to kill it with anything. You've got to spray that actual spider. The thing about WebOut is cool. It's heavy oil based, and so you can spray spider webs. And the webs actually become useless because what's spider web? You've all walked through it, get sticky shit, it's all over you, freaks you out. But WebOut takes that stickiness out of the web. The web is basically useless for the spider to catch prey because it's got the oil base, it's coated in oil. So the web becomes useless. It's got to build a new web because that one is, again, useless, not going to catch anything. So WebOut, it's good in that respect, but it kills, repels, and it works on a wide array of things. Like this little girl right here, this brown widow, works great on her. So anyway, that's kind of what they look like. You see there's different shapes and on their bellies and stuff, but this is I tell people, look for the egg sacs with the little tiny spikes. That's the best way. I should have brought a picture of the egg sac put up here. I could do that for another video, but that's the basic thing with these brown widows, and they'll be, again, they're very like the brown recluse. You don't see them much. You'll see them like I see them a lot because I'm in mechanical rooms of buildings, commercial buildings, and that's where they hang out. Because they work on mechanical stuff. No, that's where they hang out. They're not around people a lot. They want somewhere quiet, secluded, where they can catch prey. Anyway, that is your video today, and we'll do it one more time. WebOut. Go to thegreenbugman.com, and we're going to end this one. Bugman out of here.